Ha, Morocco and Ananyatsa Comanche boy. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Zheng Yi Sao, the pirate queen from China. She actually is, in my opinion, the most successful pirate out of all of the pirates. She's probably not the most remembered. You remember guys like Blackbeard more than her, but she definitely deserves to be up there with the best of the best when it comes to pirates. I hope y'all enjoy. Most people imagine pirates as rough, bearded men in tattered coats, crossing swords on the deck of a creaky wooden ship. But what if I told you the most successful pirate in history wasn't a man? She wasn't European, she didn't die in battle, she didn't even get caught. Her name was Zheng Yi Sao, sometimes called Sheng Shi, and in the early 1800s she commanded a pirate confederation so vast and so well organized it rivaled the navies of entire nations. She brought the Chinese Empire to the negotiation table and she won. This is her story. Zheng Yi Sao was born in 1775, likely in Guangdong Province in southern China. Her original name has been lost to history, though some later records referred to her as Shi Zhenggu, which may have been her given name. What we do know is that she came from a poor background and worked as a prostitute aboard a floating brothel in Canton, now a modern-day Guangzhou, a city bustling with foreign traders, pirates, and merchants along the Pearl River Delta. In 1801 she caught the attention of a feared pirate named Zheng Yi, a descendant of a long line of seafarers and privateers. According to Qing naval reports, Zheng Yi had begun consolidating pirate groups under a single banner to challenge imperial authority on the seas. When Zheng Yi died unexpectedly in 1807, power should have fragmented. Leadership among pirates was rarely stable, but Zheng Yi Sao did something almost unheard of. She moved quickly, securing the loyalty of the Zhang clan's inner circle. Most notably, she formed a partnership with Zhang Bao, her late husband's adopted son and military protege. Some sources, including Jing naval documents and later Western accounts, suggest she married Zhang Bao not long after, further solidifying her political and personal control. With him as a figurehead admiral, Zheng Yi Sao ruled in practice. She oversaw over 700 pirates, hundreds of ships, and a wide network of coastal villages and smugglers. She ran a floating empire. Her governance wasn't chaotic, it was bureaucratic. She issued a code of laws, recorded in Jing archives and preserved in translated documents by 19th century Western observers like Charles Newman. The laws were strict. Loot had to be registered and distributed equally. Disobedience meant decapitation. Rape and unauthorized relations with female captives were punishable by death. Deserters or spies were branded or executed. She demanded discipline, and got it. By 1808, the Jing dynasty had had enough. They dispatched their navy to crush the pirates, but Zheng Yi Sao's fleet was simply too big, too fast, and too coordinated. Imperial ships were captured, coastal cities were raided, and tribute was demanded from local officials and merchants. By 1809, the Jing brought in Portuguese and British ships, forming a three-way naval coalition to take her down. Still she held out. In November 1809, her fleet was blockaded in the Tung Shung Bay, near what is now Hong Kong. Rather than surrender, she broke through the blockade in dramatic fashion. Some records say her fleet escaped under the cover of fog and tide. But the years of warfare were taking a toll. Supplies were running short. Smaller pirate factions began to splinter. Zheng Yi Sao, always a strategist, chose a different path. In 1810, Zheng Yi Sao offered to surrender, but only on her terms. She sailed into Guizhou, flanked by dozens of ships, not as a prisoner, but as a diplomat. She met with Qin officials, proposed a full amnesty, and negotiated safe passage for all her pirates, including Zhang Bao. They were allowed to keep their plunder. Zhang Bao was given a naval rank. Zheng Yi Sao herself walked away freely. She later opened a gambling house in Macau and lived there until 1844, dying at the age of 69, a peaceful death few pirates in any age could dream of. Zheng Yisao wasn't just a pirate. She was a military commander, a political strategist, and one of the few people in history who faced down empires and won. Her name is missing from many Western textbooks, but her legacy lives on in legal records, naval dispatches, and the fear she inspired from the coast of Vietnam to the mouth of Yangtze. She didn't steal power, she built it. And she didn't go down in flames, she walked away with her fleet behind her and her fortune intact. A pirate queen, a warlord, and arguably the most successful pirate in history. So that about wraps up her story, start to finish. Let me know down below in the comments who you think is the most successful, or even just your favorite pirate. You know, there's a lot of them to pick from, Western culture and Eastern, Asian, whatever. There's a lot of different people to pick from. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. It would be greatly appreciated to help me grow this channel. Until next time, stay studying, y'all.